It is literally like another winter, storm. It's snowing a bit. You can barely tell, but yeah, we're on our way and we're wearing hoods and big coats. This is what it's like going to the pool in March. Look at the snow that's falling. Hey everybody, it is like 1:30 in the morning. I am leaving a very fun Sunday. My friends all had fun. I met R here. I was with Amelia, and we all had our own different fun. I actually did find a guy that I made some unexpected connection with and just kind of wanted to talk to him all night and like get to know him. And I did let him know that like I'm like slow to warm up, and so I was like, maybe we could hang out again. And he doesn't live around here, but he said he does come once in a while. So we got in touch. We're going to hang out maybe again, but that's the pace I need to go at sometimes. And so I wouldn't necessarily fool around with him tonight because I wasn't there, but I might be the next time. And so that's pretty fun to actually make a connection, right? So for me, that's something. I also got to see a viewer of my YouTube. Now, normally, this is not what happens when someone comes up to me and says, hey, I watch your YouTube. But this guy came up, he's like, TorontoUnicorn. I was like, yeah. He's like, I watched one of your videos on YouTube. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then I was like, which one? And he's like, well, I'm just like visiting from Chicago. And he's like, I watched your interview with Arnold Lane. And that is a fucking 57-minute video I put up today. One of the most powerful interviews I've ever done that I think everyone needs to hear. And I said to him, is that interview the reason you came? And he said, yes. He said that interview persuaded him to give it a try. And then I gave him a tour upstairs with me and then hooked him up with my friends. We got to have sex within like fucking 10 minutes of arriving. So it was a crazy night. I've got more to say. My Uber's here. I'll fill you in a minute. So I'm just finishing off my vlog here. So when I left, I basically had just escorted this YouTube viewer upstairs, introduced him to one of my friends who was basically entertaining some men. He got to basically be invited into a woman's like sex, have sex with her within basically like 5 minutes of introducing himself to me. And I said, look, normally this is not the trail, but he for some reason, I don't know, his world aligned. He was just in town visiting. He saw Arnold Lane's story and it convinced him. And I gotta say, I've always wanted that story to reach people. I did not think it would reach people in 12 hours. I did not think it would be within 12 hours that someone showed up at Oasis and said I took a chance because of that fucking story. So Arnold Lane, if you're listening to this, your story mattered. Your story helped somebody. That guy is gonna go home with a very different idea of what his life is like after coming to the sex club for the first time. So fantastic. If you're him, leave a comment. I wanna know what you thought of your night when you went home. Anyways, I also got to, as I said before, connect with a guy, got to really get to know him. What I liked is that after I mentioned to him that like, I'm probably not down to play right now, but like maybe another time, I liked that even he felt a little more comfortable around me. And then we even hung out even more. So it was just me and him talking. And I was like, you know what? When you tell a guy you're not really interested in fucking and he still wants to hang out with you, I'm like, yeah, I can deal with that. So yeah, so at least I made a connection. That's more than I normally do. And I guess it's just, that's just how I roll, every swinger is different. So the last time I left Amelia, she was in the middle of two nice gentleman friends. They were kind of, whipping her tit out and, starting that. She also got to have her dream of sitting on some guy's face tonight. I saw that. Basically, I was in the pool and I looked around and I saw a bunch of single guys not talking to anyone. And I was like, all right, guys, we all have to start talking. We have to be social, and I was the social butterfly and I tried to get people to talk and it worked. And then people started to socialize and then, things got taken off there. So that's how I got to know the guy I connected with. Was I had asked him an intrusive question. So yeah, that game is fun, I gotta say. R had her throuple there. She also had fun on her own with a lovely guy, that fantastic guy. All in all, it was good. It was good to see my friends have fun. It was good to feel like I was, having my own shit go on for once. So I hope I didn't forget anything. Yeah, Amber was here. She was here with one of our other male friends, and yeah, all in all, just a fantastic night. So thanks everybody for tuning in as always.